School is out for the summer, but don't worry, we still have your Naperville sports fix right here. Welcome into Season 5 of the home stretch. I'm Joe Olmo. Now, if you're new to the program, let me give you a quick recap of what to expect. Over the next 30 minutes, the sports staff here at NCTV 17 will give you a closer look at some of the big stories going on during the summer months. And probably the biggest story going on right now, well, it's actually a group of stories. A number of Naperville area athletes will compete at this year's Olympics in Rio. With a compilation of who to look for next month, Kevin Jackman has the details.
These grounds are fertile. The seeds planted long ago. Time must pass, and only then can you see what's grown. No, not the trees, the students, the athletes, the products of Naperville.
I swam on the Waubonsee Valley swim team all 4 years. And I think I really learned how to represent something bigger than yourself. And that's always been really important to me, is to do something bigger than yourself, to be a part of the team. And after London, they gave me so much support, and it was one of the best things to come home to.
Alyssa Jalamas' story is similar to many others in Naperville, the story of a quest for athletic excellence. Except Jalamas' story is actually quite different.
I was born with something called arthrogryposis, and it's a muscle and joint condition. So the muscles and joints in some parts of my body don't function as well as they should.
And yet, that hasn't stopped the Waubonsee grad yet. Jalamas is competing in 4 events at the 2016 Paralympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And she's training 10 to 11 times a week, including 3 or 4 sessions in the weight room just to get ready. But so it goes for an Olympian, especially one who already has Olympic experience after she placed 5th in the 200-meter free in London back in 2012.
I think you really don't know what to expect unless you've been there. And as much as they tell you, there wasn't a lot that I knew. So going into it was super fresh, and I really didn't know what to expect. So this time, I am really excited to know how it feels to get through 10 days of competition and to represent Team USA.
It's an experience that she will soon share with other former Naperville prep and college athletes. Take Kevin Cordes. He seemed destined for the Olympics before he ever planted himself in a pool at Neuqua Valley. In 4 years, he went to state 4 times. He finished runner-up twice and won the 100-meter breaststroke, also helping the Wildcats to second-place team finishes in 2009 and 2010. Now, he'll try and help Team USA take the gold medal count thanks to a win and the second-place finish at the Olympic trials in Omaha, where his former Neuqua coach, Chad Allen, was able to watch and cheer him on.
First reaction was just excitement. I know he's worked really hard for it. You know, he felt like he was one of the best breaststrokers, certainly in our state, and in our country, and as well as the world. So he worked hard at it, well deserved. It's just pure excitement as a former high school coach and just a fan of watching him.
Cordes didn't just win the 100-meter breaststroke. He raised the bar, setting a new American record with a 58.94 time, something that maybe Allen didn't see coming, but Allen did have a premonition about Cordes' future Olympian status.
His mom even joked about sharing a story that one time at practice, I said, none of you are going to be Olympics except maybe Kevin. So at that point, we had a feeling that, he was going to be something special, but you still, you say that without really knowing, how good they can actually be. But he was definitely one that was driven from day one, and certainly determined to make that Olympic team.
Close to joining Cordes in the pool in Rio, former Naperville Central standout Sean Lehane, who actually shared the water with Cordes in the 2011 IHSA state swim meet. And while Cordes was wrapping up his career, Lehane was just beginning, the junior winning his first of 2 state championships in the 100 backstroke. Now tack on an extra 100 meters and 5 years, and you find Lehane in Omaha at the trials, finishing 4th in the 200-meter backstroke, while also taking 7th in the 100-meter back. Unfortunately for him, just on the outside looking in for the Rio Games. Sticking with the theme of 100-meter races, but going from the water to land, Naperville's Olympic prowess extends beyond just the pool. Former Waubonsee Warrior Morlakea Kinnison may not have a definite spot on the team, but she will be bringing her blazing speed to Rio. Kinnison qualifying as an alternate in the 100-meter dash, while also putting herself in a strong position to be picked as part of the 4x100-meter relay team. A recent graduate of the University of Texas, Kinnison is one of only 2 collegiate athletes to score points in 4 events at the Division I national meet 2 years in a row, the other being track legend Jackie Joyner-Kersee. On the topic of legendary, North Central's running program is historically great. 26 national championships combined between the men's cross country and track and field teams. Still, NCC is Division III, not expected to compete with the larger programs. That's what makes former Cardinal Johnny Crane's appearance at the Olympic trials so spectacular.
There's a couple moments I could point to towards, my mentality changing, how I view things, but at the same time, it's just been a very long process of just always evolving, always changing the expectations, and just adapting to the workload.
And there's a reason North Central boasts such an incredible pedigree in running, Al Carius. But to the longtime coach, it was one moment, a moment of failure, that has shaped Crane's running career.
One of the points I remember that was critically important, to him, we had qualified to go out to the national championship and run out in California, and he ran a 5,000 meters, and he was very, very disappointed in that performance at the time. And we were on the plane, coming back, and he looked across the aisle and he said, "That'll never happen again." And I really think that was a catalyst at that point to make a life change, a change in his approach that was going to take him to the level that he's at.
Joining Crane in Oregon, former Neuqua Valley star Chris Derrick completing the 10,000 meter trek in 28 minutes and 47 seconds, good for 5th in the field. Derrick is one of the most accomplished long distance runners in the nation. It started at Neuqua and an individual state championship his senior year. A trip to Stanford saw Derrick set a collegiate record in the 10,000 meter as part of a 14-time All-American career. After school, Derrick has gone on to capture 3 straight USA cross-country championships, becoming just the 2nd person to accomplish that. So, with 3 former Naperville stars heading to Rio and many more just narrowly missing out, it begs the question, what does the future hold in the way of Olympic glory? Not to mention, these are only the athletes who have stretched towards the sky. How many others remain seeds, waiting for their chance to break through? Reporting for the Homestretch, I'm Kevin Jackman.